Hello, everybody. It's time for Hot Take Tuesday from Popspeed Digital Marketing LLC. I'm Lori Jo Vest, and with me I have two other of our team members, Kylie Metcalf and Sarah Shakatano, who goes by Darth Sarah. If you've seen us before, you know why she does that. It's her little secret that's not so secret. So today we're going to talk about collaboration with clients. One of the things that we've learned over the last 6 years of being in business is that some clients don't think they really need to do much. They think we will just run off and do our thing and everything will be wonderful and it will be successful. But that's not true. In order to do a truly successful social media effort, social media marketing effort, we need your help and we need your help to really get inside your company. But I'll let Kylie start us off on what we're going to talk about today.
Yes. So collaboration, for us, it's in our blood. We love to collaborate with our clients, and that is for three key reasons. The first one being, you know your brand better than we do, of course. And we'll touch on it a little bit later, but you know your brand better than anybody. We want your audience to know your brand. We want to learn it as well as you do, but ultimately, we could never have the the full scope and capacity to know it as well as you do when it's your lifeblood every single day, right?
Yeah.
Number two is that we can't read minds, which of course we'll touch on a little bit later. And we need help sometimes, as Lori said. So let's get
Help.
into it.
All right.
All right. So to begin, you know your brand better than we do. We know social media marketing. That's what we do. You know your brand. You put those two things together, and that is where the magic happens. So together we
Absolutely.
create. I think it's really important to kind of touch on the fact that over time, we love clients that we can work with for years and years and years to come after we complete our project, right?
Uh-oh, she froze.
Yeah. Oh, I did?
Oh,
Oh, you're back.
Oh,
Yay.
I'm back. Okay. Whew. Goodness. I'm glad I didn't get into the good stuff before. Um, but so over time, like as Lori said, there are clients that we've had as long as we've been in business or pretty close to it, right? And
yeah.
over time, we learn the ins and outs of these clients like the back of our hand. We know it really
Mhm.
well. We understand the voice. We have ideas. We know the direction, the mission. But ultimately, we have a lot of clients.
Yeah.
So it's really impossible for us to think about one specific client from beginning of the day to end of day. That's what you do with your business. That's where your focus is. So we will never know it as well as you do. We know
Yep.
Pop Speed very well. It's it's our focus every day in many, many ways. But as much as we can get your voice and your mission down to a T, you know what you want to happen in the future. You know your goals and you know what direction you want your social media marketing to go in. So that's where
Mhm.
collaboration is really key to a solid effort.
Yeah. And we will always ask you, one of the things that we do at the very beginning is we'll ask you, what is the meaning of your brand? What is your brand story? How can we best bring it to life? What do you like that you think aligns with your brand? What do you not like that doesn't align with your brand?
Mhm.
And though that kind of insight is really valuable to us. And we also are very open about the fact that if we create something for you as a client and you're just like, doesn't work for our brand, no worries. We'll go back and create something different because
Mhm.
we know we don't own the work we do. You own the work that we do. And that's a way of thinking that really, I think, solidifies the client relationship, that they know that we are prioritizing their wants and needs over ours because you're the client, you own the work. So,
Yeah, exactly. So moving right along, we can't read minds. Of course, it sounds obvious. We can do a lot of things. Reading minds is not one of them.
oh, I don't
So,
know. I think Sarah may be able to read minds with her Darth Sarah
Darth
character.
Sarah.
I try not to use my force in places I'm not supposed to, so it's like don't out me on the live, okay?
I love that.
Don't use your force for bad.
Right. Right, exactly. But so what's I think a great example of this is if there is a fundraiser coming up, if there's a photo that you specifically want posted, if there's a specific resource that you want to highlight on a special day of the year, it's impossible for us to know that unless we're told that, right? Because we only
Right.
know what we know.
Right. Yeah. And I think that collaborative efforts elevate everything. Like I
Exactly.
used to sit in meetings when I did social media at the agency, and there were times when it didn't elevate it, but the vast majority of the time when we'd get in a big copy review meeting, I'd write the copy. I'd have literally 8 to 10 people sitting around a table looking at every single word. The vast majority of the time, the copy was better for it. So
Mhm.
collaboration and you're working with us, it's what's going to make that content even more solid. So, agree?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. And again, it's collaboration is not criticism, right? A lot of people, I think, take collaboration sometimes as, oh, you don't like my work. No, that's not the case. We're
Yeah.
actually trying to come
Mhm.
together and make something that's better. Because again, when you have a business, you're not just messaging to one person, you're actually messaging to, the mass of things. And
Yeah.
Right.
while you can't make everybody happy, you want to get the most out of your business and messaging so that you can actually reach to more people.
Mhm.
And
Right.
that is, obviously done better if you do have different minds on the same place thinking about things together.
Absolutely. Because
Lori
I've
has
been
a
in
great quote about that. Feedback is love.
feedback is love. And
Love
the
it.
Yeah.
on the flip side of that, I would say that some clients are hesitant to criticize. We have one
Yeah.
client, we love her to pieces. She's absolutely amazing. And she doesn't like to say she doesn't like something.
Mhm.
And we always say, "Hey, oh, honey, feedback is love. Tell us what you don't like because that's going
Yeah.
to make it better."
Yeah.
And if you just don't like something, you just because it's subjective,
Yeah.
that's totally okay because we don't ever want to put anything out that is not going to make you happy about it.
Mhm.
We're not going to ever be confrontational that we're always right because
Right.
nobody's always right. I mean,
Exactly.
really. So, all right. And the last one is the big, big help. Kylie,
Help.
bring us in.
Yes. Okay. So we like to think of ourselves as a team as being pretty adaptable and versatile. I think to do solid social media marketing, you have to be. However, we have a wide range of clients. Some like to be a little hands off and kind of let us do our thing. Sometimes they might want to collaborate on some stuff, but otherwise they're like, we trust you guys. This is usually the ones that we've had for quite a while.
Mhm.
We trust you guys, do your thing. When we need to collaborate, we'll collaborate. And then others are very involved in the writing process for every single little
Mhm.
post, right? And we are happy to work in either setting. When
Yep.
it comes to those clients that like to be a little bit more hands off,
That can be tough. That can be
exactly,
really
that
tough
can
on
be
us.
as nice as it is on our end to just go, and it feels great to be trusted. At the same time, we ask that those clients keep in mind sometimes we're going to need some help and support, and it all ties back into the fact that you know your brand better than anybody. So
Mhm.
if we have a question come in from a consumer or an audience member on social media, odds are we're not going to know how to answer every single one of those questions as well as an internal team member would to the brand,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
So ultimately, and we've never really had any issues with this, but I think it's just something before you go into an engagement with, whether it's a new social media team member or an agency or whatever the case may be, you understand that they will need support,
Mhm.
whether that is in the form of answering questions or needing a specific resource or asset that they don't know where to find it. Just those little things like that.
Mhm.
I think it's just knowing that there's going to be some needs that your social media team has and some support um, that I think is required to really make the most of a social media marketing effort.
Mhm. I would add to that too that in some cases we need the business to work with us on things like special promotions.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's having an Instagram wall at your business. Maybe it's having a promotional opportunity that's only available through social. If
Right.
you're on our social channels and follow us, share one of our posts, and you know, tag two friends in the comments, we may do a giveaway that involves a coupon or a free service from your organization to help pull that promotion through to the on-site business or
Yeah.
directly into business. So those kinds of things we did have one client that just basically thought that we should do social media and just do it all by ourselves, and they didn't need to do any promotions because they were already paying for social media. But what they didn't understand was that part of the magic of social media is reaching an audience that is enthusiastic about you there and then rewarding that enthusiasm.
Right.
When you reward enthusiasm from your top fans, you will get more play on social because your top fans. I remember when I used to work on Poise back in the day, we would do what we called surprise and delights. And we would take that top fan, send them a private message and say, hey, we want to send you a little something special. Can you give us your address? They'd give us our address and we would put together a box, really fancy box with fancy stuff in it. And we would, as the agency, actually go to the store, buy fun, girly things, and then with product, create this really cool little gift box. And let me tell you how many of those top fans would go out on their social media channels and say, oh my God, look what Poise did. They sent me this wonderful package. I'm so excited. And then we'd share that, and people would understand that we really, really, really felt an affinity and an affection for our fans on
Right.
social, because that helps you get more fans. And
Yeah.
that's what everybody wants. So
I think another thing to add there that is really important that we have run into is efforts like that also directly correlate. Tracking specific and direct ROI that comes from social media is very difficult. And promos and rewards like that really enhance our collaboration and B, reward those fans or bring people in. It really helps to kind of see what the magic of social media marketing is on the other hand. So that's a little bit like that's a separate thing, but I think it just goes to show that collaboration really is just a win-win-win scenario for brand, for us, and for the audience.
Well, and honestly, in all areas of life, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me about it.
I mean, collaboration. I mean, to me, collaboration is where the magic happens. When you
Yeah.
get a bunch of people together and we're all talking through what's going on and everybody's ideating and even the dumbest idea is welcome. That's where the magic and the really sweet idea comes from. So we love to collaborate with our clients. That's our number one message for today. We love to collaborate. And with that, we will let you go back to your day, and we will see you next Tuesday for another Pop Speed Hot Take Tuesday. We'll see you then.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.